Welcome to episode 5 of Managing Your Student Organization Virtually. The final episode of this series is focused on effective communication strategies for remote work. It's easy to take for granted in-person opportunities to communicate through weekly organization meetings, stopping by your advisor's office, or brainstorming with a peer over Starbucks. These interactions make a team's connection strong and output purposeful. Now that we're operating in a remote setting, how can you adapt those strategies? This video provides 5 strategies for creating effective virtual communication to change a challenging experience into a meaningful one. Strategy 1, the venue. When reaching out to a team member, consider the best venue for communicating your message. First, what is your intended goal for this discussion? Secondly, what remote outlet would allow you to best accomplish this goal? We oftentimes select the easy method that accommodates scheduling. This is typically asynchronous communication, such as a text, email, or posting updates on a group platform like GroupMe. However, some conversations warrant face-to-face or real-time contact to more thoroughly discuss the topic. Synchronous communication takes place on platforms like Zoom or FaceTime and allows you to be together while apart. This supports goals that are more detailed and allows for individuals to reach a solution or conclusion together, much like what would happen in a traditional one-on-one or organization setting. So the next time you're getting ready to start a conversation, pause and ask yourself, should this really be an email or text, or should I go ahead and schedule that Zoom call? Strategy 2, read thoroughly. While this strategy sounds like a simple task, we've all fallen victim to the long email. We've grown accustomed to scanning over an email and looking for the bulleted points or bolded messaging. However, when you're working in a remote environment, attention to detail is critical. The lack of attention could prevent you from reaching a deadline, taking advantage of a new opportunity, or responding to a leader who has requested follow-up. Strategy 3, language and tone. The last thing you want is to be misunderstood. However, without visual and verbal cues, a written message could be interpreted as rude or careless, even when that was not the intent. Be mindful of this when sending written communication. This doesn't mean overdo it with emojis or exclamation marks. However, start with a nice greeting. Always proofread your message before pressing send, and keep a consistent professional tone. Strategy 4, redundancy. Class isn't the only place where it's necessary to take good notes. When working remotely, it's critical that you take time to capture meeting notes and designate a shared location for sharing those notes post-discussion. Make a habit of sending a follow-up email to a teammate after you chat to bullet point the action steps you've outlined during your discussion. This redundancy ensures everyone is on the same page and the shared goal is understood by both parties. Strategy 5, social outlets. Removed from an in-person environment, working remotely can feel draining and even overwhelming at times. We need connection to thrive in this environment, and there are ways to instill socialization into a remote work setting. Pick a certain day or time once a week to schedule a 30-minute Zoom call with organization members. Use themes or fun topics to generate conversation. Setting aside time to just have a little fun is important for your stamina as you continue working remotely, and it allows you to humanize yourself to others, making future communication easy to receive. Using these 5 strategies, you'll enhance your ability to effectively communicate with your organization's members. If you have questions or comments, the Office of Student Involvement and Leadership would love to connect. Reach out to us at getinvolved@uab.edu. Thanks for watching.